Hello everyone, it's me, the Muffin guy you probably forgot you were subscribed to. I've been gone for quite a while due to some mental blockage, and let's be honest, things haven't really changed that much since my last upload. Halo Infinite still bad. Every time I've thought, ooh, I'll make a video about this, I felt like everyone has already talked about it to death because not much has really happened as of late. Things have just been kinda stagnant for the last year, so I've kinda had not much to say about the current state of things, or I get started on a script and then I get a bad case of, you know what, who cares what I have to say about this syndrome. So, today I am here to bring that to an end. I am going to talk about everything I've enjoyed since my last upload in this epic recap because I don't feel like being negative today. So let's get started. Now when I said not too much has really happened since my last upload, I really should have said not much has happened other than Elden Ring. The obvious thing I and many others love about this title is how refreshing it was to get a game that was a complete version of itself in the year of our Lord 2022. Not only was this game finished and not trying to sell me a battle pass and $20 skins, but it happened to be freaking amazing in terms of quality and gameplay, atmosphere, music, story, etc, etc. Now I will be honest, I haven't even beaten it yet, but I think that's mostly due to the fact I haven't really wanted to grind runes too much because I've been playing it quite casually on and off throughout the year. And that's what I love about the game. Whether you want to grind and beat the game over and over, or be like me and waste countless hours riding on torrent exploring the expertly crafted open world, you can play this game however you want without the worry of the developer wanting more from you other than for you to just play their game. 9 muffins out of 10, cause I guess we are rating things now. While I said I love Elden Ring because of it respecting the player's time and wallet, the same cannot be said about the next thing on my list. Destiny 2 The Witch Queen could easily be its own video, but I want to briefly go over it anyways. Now, I, like many, have a love-hate relationship with this game, which causes me to play it on and off, but it's generally a more positive experience than a negative one. The biggest issues with the game are lack of respect for the player's time, questionable monetization, and while it's been improved a lot, a lackluster solo experience, aka I just want to do raids. But with The Witch Queen, the game finally released a campaign that I would recommend to anybody. Story is there and better than previous years, but the gameplay actually played out like an actual competently made campaign. Which if you've played Destiny before, you know generally the campaigns go something like this. Now again, not much can really be said for Destiny that hasn't been said, but the thing that keeps me coming back is it never lacks something to do, which can be a double-edged sword. The shooting is good, the subclasses are fantastic, and there is no other game out there that has such superb art and music direction. All of these combined with it being an addictive looter shooter that is one of the few live service games that actually lives up to the live service part, makes it worth revisiting, at least for now. 7 muffins out of 10, Bungie please return my soul. So I saw a lot of movies this year and I have yet to talk about any film or television on this channel, but I want to change that today by talking about one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Now, I'm not going to get into spoiler territory, and I'm even going to refrain from showing too much of the movie, but Everything Everywhere All at Once is one of those movies that is so good, I imagine watching it as a filmmaker in some ways could be intimidating. Maybe even make you question what you're even doing, because whatever you are working on would most likely feel just downright embarrassing compared to EEAAO. Though I saw this movie over half a year ago, I still quite often find myself thinking and talking about it with friends and telling literally every person I know to watch it, which I've never done that with any other movie in my memory. When the credits rolled, I turned to my friend in the theater and said, "You can only hope that if you get a chance to work on a movie that it turns out to be anywhere near as good as this one." It's just such a expertly crafted, funny, emotional, hard-hitting, action-packed joyride that if you haven't seen yet, there's no way to say it other than you are missing out. 10 out of 10 muffins. I know, I can't believe it either, but I had fun in Overwatch this year. Now, is Overwatch as good as it was when it first came out? Probably not, but it's still fun. Me and the boys played it quite a bit this summer, and honestly, it's been like hanging out with an old friend before they move away forever. Considering Overwatch will be leaving us soon to become Overwatch 2 in one of the dumbest moves in gaming, but that rant is for another time. It was some of the most fun I've had playing games in a while, just screwing around with friends, not taking it super seriously, and while I do not like that I will never get to play Overwatch 1 as it was ever again come October because Blizzard is just cool that way, I will always remember Overwatch as one of the best experiences I ever had in gaming, especially at its peak. And it's not gonna get a rating because I can't put all those memorable experiences into a number out of 10 because they are just too valuable to me. Overwatch is gonna be missed, and without even going into how I feel about Overwatch 2 from a gameplay perspective, I think everyone can and should agree that vaulting games just so that players have to move to the next one is a really bad practice that I hope more people will make a big stink about when Overwatch 2 comes out. It was fun, it was good, and there will never be an experience quite like the one that vanilla Overwatch delivered on. Goodbye, Overwatch, and from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say genuinely, frick you, Blizzard. Fall Guys. Fall Guys kind of had a huge comeback this year, and I never really played it when it first came out, so I'm glad to say I've been part of the hype. There was like a month period where myself and the boys didn't play anything other than Fall Guys every night this summer. If you ask me, I personally think it's the best battle royale type format that's out there right now because you can just keep playing over and over again, and the round-based way it goes makes it just a lot more fun and adds tons of variety to the gameplay. That, coupled with the extreme rage I could get out of my one friend in particular, you know who you are, made this game so much fun to play. It was a really good thing to just have a game that was just a really casual, fun time, and there wasn't really much to it other than that it's just really fun. And it also just provided a ton of time to just sit and play with friends in a really brain-dead way, and we could just talk late into the night about life, while simultaneously jumping around with our jelly bean men. Fall Guys is gonna get a fun out of 10 because it is just really fun. This year, my wife and I finally got to go on a trip, and to get real for a moment, this trip was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. We made our way to the Allegheny National Forest Reserve located here in Kane, Pennsylvania, and rented a little apartment above a pizzeria. We explored the surrounding areas and tried all the restaurants, but more importantly, Rachel and I got to go hike in the woods quite a bit, which is our favorite thing to do. In this life where there's so much to focus on what's new and what's coming out, what you gotta do each day, what crazy thing is going on in the world, just taking the time in nature unplugged from all the world's craziness, as stereotypical as that sounds, was the best thing, and I really can't wait to get back out into the woods again. While I was gone, I thought a lot about this channel and what I want to do, and I think I know what that is now. I get so caught up in the what I should say or how I should say, I fail to do the thing I want to do in the first place. Just talk. I always have liked just putting my thoughts out there, and while I've been getting so caught up in how or the what, I've failed to even open my mouth about anything in the first place. So from now on, I'm going to do everything I can to just stop questioning and doubting what I have to say and just talk. Because talking's pretty great, and any of you that are here to listen, thank you so much. We are just getting started. You can expect a lot more videos, I think, from now on, and like I said, I'm just going to do my best to just talk and not put too much thought into it. That doesn't mean that there won't be those high effort videos like I've made in the past where I put a lot of time into editing and whatnot, but I think you'll also just get me putting my thoughts out there a lot more in general. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are. I've been Multiple Muffins. Peace.